time to fill positions by days, engagement score percentage, training participation percentage, absenteeism rate, days per year, diversity index percentage, and compensation competitiveness percentage. So that's just to show you that I brought the same data in order to that this is the same data that we brought in from using the Excel spreadsheet. So we've gone from Excel spreadsheet now to business intelligence. We went from Excel spreadsheet to business intelligence. Now, here's another thing that's worth noting. Excel spreadsheets are business intelligence. And for those of us that date way back to knowing when Microsoft launched, and every year there was a new update to Microsoft and Excel and the PowerPoint and all that stuff, that is what we use as a day-to-day in our professions. And even today, that's why we're having this conversation now, is because most organizations are still using Excel. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to help businesses understand that now it's time to start moving over into the next level of business intelligence, from the intelligence of spreadsheets, i.e. Microsoft Excel, to the intelligence of Power BI. Now, with that said, everyone is. So some people say, "Hey, well, it's too late. Everyone is already using Power BI." No, everyone is not using Power BI. Everyone is not using Power BI, and everyone is not using, or all businesses are not using forms of business intelligence. As a matter of fact, there are many organizations where there are many individuals that are professionals in different areas, i.e., human resources, accounting, finance. There are many business departments that are still not using Power BI. I don't have the numbers on it. I don't have the data. I don't have the data on how many organizations are using Power BI or using business intelligence on the next level of where we are from Excel or spreadsheets. But I know that the vast majority are not. If I had to bet, I would say probably 90% of organizations are still not using business intelligence. And that's why we're having this conversation. Because for those individuals that are out there that want to take their skills to the next level, they can bring in Power BI. They can add Power BI to the resume. For those individuals out there that don't know which direction they want to go, but they want to be in the business field, Power BI could be the way you go. And what I'm telling you is it's a six figure career path. When I'm talking about beginning, 6 figures starting, not 6 figure, 10 years down the road, right? When I say 6 figures, I'm talking about at least 100,000 on average of about 110. So with that said, I'm not trying to sell you on salaries. I'm trying to sell you on there is opportunity. Now, for those of you that want to learn Power BI, and you say, hey, I want to take a stab at this new career path, go back over to powerofthebi.com. I have several courses. I've got several courses, but I've got new course dates coming up. Listen, just go over there, check out what we have going on. But I'm not trying to sell you on it. Listen, just do this. In the comments, just put interested. In the comments, put interested, and I'll contact you that way. We'll communicate that way. In the comments, just put interested, and we'll communicate that way. I'm not trying to sell you on Power BI. What I know is I know that it's solid. So with that said, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving through here. And again, we have the table or the Excel spreadsheet that we were initially using in our department, in our fictitious company. We have an Excel spreadsheet that we as HR individuals were using, and now we're using, and now we brought that data into Power BI. So now that we've brought that data into Power BI, we are going to go to the report view. And basically in the report view, what we get in the report view is now we're able to create visualizations. We call it the report view. We may need to call it the visualization view, but it is a report. It is a report. And basically what we're doing is we're creating reports from the data that we have, and then we're publishing it. And when we publish it out to the cloud, at that point, it becomes a dashboard. Kind of. There's one other step that's involved, but for the most part, when we're working with it on our desktop, we're creating a report. And then when we publish it, we're publishing a dashboard. Now, there's a whole nother level to creating a dashboard. I'm not going to go into that right now. We may talk about that in future videos, but right now we're talking about what can Power BI do for HR professionals. So what I am looking at here is this is a report that I used before. And basically I was saying, I want to create a video for HR professionals, but I don't necessarily want to start from scratch because it'll take me too long in the video to do so. So I said, well, let me take a report that I've created before, and then I'll show these guys just how simple and how easy it is to create a report in Power BI. Again, here's the deal. The reason why it's important, that I believe that it's important for businesses or HR professionals. I'm not even talking about businesses. I'm talking about HR professionals. Because now you can take your data and you can visualize your data using a data visualization tool as opposed to just using an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, you can take the data that you have and build out reports using visualization tools rather than just using Excel spreadsheets. Okay, because for me, when I see all these numbers get together, I go blah, 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 blah. But when I got a visualization, I'm like, whoa, that's pretty sharp, and it's real clear and it's concise, right? In addition to that, it gives an HR professional an upside in skill level and skill development, because now not only do you know HR, now you know the tech side of it, right? Let me be a little bit more clear. On your resume, because I know HR professionals understand resume. On your resume, now you are a subject matter expert in HR who also does tech. Okay, so now you listen. If you wanted a job in tech, you can get a job in tech doing Power BI. If you want a job in HR and you want to add to your resume and say, hey, listen, this is where I am. Not only do I know HR, I know tech, right? This is what you can. This is. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I gotta leave it alone. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I gotta leave that alone. But so with that, I've taken an old report. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this report by using the visualizations from that report. Basically, this is just giving me a wireframe diagram of visuals that I can use, because these visuals, a column chart here, a bar chart and a pie chart, numbers on the card with call out values, you can read them and you can go, yeah, I get that. So basically this was, I believe, an education report that I created, and we can show it by year, 2017. And as you can see, the visualizations changed. So 2017, males, I don't know, it's maybe student, diversity, ethnicity, all of that is there. The sum of the enrollment by males in 2017, the sum of enrollments by males in 2019, the sum of enrollment by males in 2015, but we want to switch to females, and we can look at sum of library usage in 2015 by female, and we have the column chart that shows, I don't even remember what that column chart there was showing, and the bar chart. But bottom line is, we're going to use this report here to start the report. It's going to look somewhat different than what we have here. But I just wanted to show you this report just so that you can understand where we're going and what Power BI means. And some of you guys, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, you're probably already thinking like, yo, he took that data that was in the Excel spreadsheet, or he's going to take that data that's in the Excel spreadsheet. He's already brought it over into Power BI, And based on what he had for the data for the educational,